Hello, and welcome to the 2025 Lindahl Bros. Inc. Open Enrollment Review. During this video, we will review the 2025 benefits package and the next steps for open enrollment. So what is open enrollment and why is this important? Open enrollment is the one time of year where you can verify your personal benefits information, make changes to your plan, and add and drop dependents. Your next opportunity to make changes without a qualifying event will be next year during next year's open enrollment. A qualifying event is something like getting married, divorce, having or adopting a baby, experiencing a death. Should you have a qualifying event, please let HR know within 30 days so you can make changes to your plan. Now let's jump into the 2025 benefits package. Attention, we have a new medical plan for 2025. It is still with Blue Cross. It is still on Blue Cross Blue Shield's largest PPO network. With this plan, your day-to-day services like office visits or specialist visits are covered under a copay. $25 for a regular office visit and $50 for a specialist. If you have to have a procedure of any kind, you will have a deductible of $750, 3 times that for family. Your out-of-pocket, which includes the deductible, is $2,000. That is your worst case scenario in a calendar year. It is 3 times that for family. If you have to go to the emergency room, there's a $150 copay. MRIs are covered under deductible and coinsurance, which in this case, 90%. The insurance company will pay 90% of the bills. You'll pay 10% of the bills. Remember that $2,000 is the most you should spend in a calendar year per person, up to 3 times in your family. You'll notice a slight change in the pharmacy copay as well. And of course, something we love are the fact that Lindahl Bros. Cares so much and pays 100% of the premium for your medical cost, regardless of your tier. So whether you're single, employee spouse, employee child, or family, you do not pay anything towards any medical contribution towards your medical premiums. Let's talk about some tips on how to save on healthcare and discuss some member resources. Making the most of your medical benefits. Employees enrolled in the Blue Cross Blue Shield medical plan have access to the following services. Wonder Health. They are a behavioral counseling program and metabolic syndrome reversal and weight management program. Visit wonderhealth.com/BCBSIL for more details. Also, there is an EAP, an Employee Assistance Program, through CompPsych through Blue Cross. The phone number is listed here. I recommend everyone has this in their phone. This benefit is available to you and everyone in your household. You can call in and get some telephonic counseling. They'll point you in the right direction for some face-to-face visits as well. So please make sure you either go online or save this number in your phone. A few other programs offered by Blue Cross are Learn to Live, which is a digital mental health program that can help you through various issues. You can log into BCBSIL, choose Wellness to find the digital mental health section. Also, Blue Cross has partnered with Hinge, and they are there to help you with musculoskeletal issues. For example, I work from home, so I frequently have neck pain from bending and looking down at my neck and my laptop and my phone. So I have Blue Cross and I have Hinge available to me. I took an assessment and let Hinge know that I was having some neck issues. They shipped to my home free of charge some resistance bands and instructions on how to download their app and work with the resistance bands and get some exercises. There's a nurse that checks in with you, and they have various resources available. So it's really great. I recommend anyone who has any kind of PT issues to go ahead and check that out. And remember, that is free of charge to you. Now let's discuss some tips on how to save money when it comes to your health care. Preventative visits are covered at 100% when in network. A few things to note. When you go in there for preventative visit, make sure you let them know that you are there for your annual preventative visit, and that is all. If you mentioned, by the way, I'm coming down with the flu or I have a rash, they may code that as diagnostic and not preventative. So you want to make sure that when you go in for your wellness exam, you let them know you're there strictly for your wellness exams. Females get a second wellness exam through their OBGYN. And remember that deductibles and copays do not apply when you're covered in network. For prescription drugs, take advantage of generics when they're available. If you are diagnosed with a condition and you have some expensive medications, make sure you consider manufacturers' rebates and coupons. Many times those are valid for an entire year. And make sure you check out programs like GoodRx too. I've used them 3 times in the past year. I had to transfer my prescription, but it was ultimately worth it to save a few bucks there. A few other tips on how to save money when it comes to healthcare. High-cost scans, x-rays, and MRIs. Many times, those types of services are 2/3 less costly at a freestanding imaging center opposed to having it done at the hospital. Also, there's a program with Blue Cross that can actually give you some money back. I personally had to have an x-ray. I went online to find out where I can have this x-ray done. And there were places, for example, the hospital, where I would just go in and pay my deductible and get my x-ray. And then there are other places listed. There was one in the community here where if I went there, they would send me a $40 check because they're just an efficient place and they're trying to move traffic their way because they are a more efficient provider. And remember, you guys have many avenues for accessing medical care. You have your normal doctor's office. You guys have those minute clinics that are available to you that are at like a Walgreens or CVS. There's urgent care centers. You also have telehealth available to you and a 24/7 nurse line. So you guys have a lot of avenues of health available to you. Blue Access for Members, also known as BAM, is the Blue Cross portal that you will want to log into and download the app. When you log on to the site, you can see all your medical coverage highlights. You can see what your deductibles are, copay. You don't have a deductible on this plan, but you can see what your copays are, as well as looking up doctors that are in the network. You can review all your claims and EOBs there. You can also, there's many quick links. For example, quick links to the Blue 365 discount program, the gym membership program, the various programs that are available, the Hinge program we talked about earlier. They are partnered with MD Live for all your virtual visits. You can initiate that on your laptop or on your phone. The phone number is listed here. the information on how to log on, but basically you want to connect with your provider. Within about 20 minutes, they will reach out to you and you can interact and have your visit. They can diagnose you and even call in a prescription for you. This technology has evolved a lot, especially since and through the pandemic. For example, it's a little bit gross, but when I was ill, I was able to have a virtual visit, and you can actually upload pictures, let's say, of your phlegm or any kind of mucus you have going on, so the doctors can see and kind of help either, further diagnose you. So it's a really cool technology, and it has definitely grown. Everyone should have this phone number in their phones. Um, and of course, the Blue Cross app on your phone as well. If you have a question about a diagnosis, Blue Cross has health advocacy solutions. This phone number listed here, 855-804-3641, or through the app as well. You can have your own personal health advocate to help navigate various issues you may be facing. Whether you have questions on your benefits, your EOBs, you need help finding a provider. Sometimes you might need help with an appeal or a prior authorization. The number is there on listed here. But remember, these guys are there to help you. So don't feel that you're there to navigate the site alone. If there's any programs available, they'll let you know. The name of the program is Health Advocacy Solutions. And again, that is free of charge to you through Blue Cross. Blue Cross has member rewards. This is that program I spoke to you about earlier, where if you know you have to have a procedure done, you can log in and you can find a reward eligible location for that procedure or service. For example, if you have to have an MRI, you can look up MRI providers and it'll tell you if you have it at this location, it will cost relatively about $1,500 and they will give you $150 cash back. At another location, they'll show you the procedure might be more expensive there at $3,000 and only offer you $50 cash back. But this program is designed to incentivize you to use more efficient providers that you would find on the portal or on your app. If you travel outside the country, there's still Blue Cross can still help you coordinate coverage. Please remember to take this phone number with you. The phone number listed here is 800-810-2583. If possible, you want to let Blue Cross know where you're going to, just so they can help find and coordinate not necessarily in-network providers, but providers that they may partner with. You may have to pay the claim, but upon your return, Blue Cross can help coordinate the benefits and assist you through that process. They are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Please make sure if you are a frequent traveler outside the country that you do carry your Blue Cross card with you and have this phone number in your phone. Blue Cross has a discount program called Blue 365. There's a quick link on the member portal, but you'll see some discounts on various services like hearing aids, vision services, some dental discounts on Jenny Craig and Nutrisystem. Examples of the discounts available on Blue 365 are Skechers, which are extremely popular, Fitbit, Live Kick, which is a private fitness yoga and training app, eMindful, which helps you with stress and chronic pain management, yoga, and things like that. Blue 365, again, they continue to expand their program, but all of the discount program services are listed there. The quick links for Blue 365. I love this page because it has so much information here on one page. Remember that the portal for everything you need is called Blue Access for Members. You'll also want to download your the mobile app. If you have your phone, you would always have your medical card with you. If you downloaded the app, you can see the front and back of the ID card on that app and share it with your provider. Remember that you have access to virtual visits. The phone number is listed here. You also have access to a 24/7 nurse line. That phone number is also listed here. If you're planning on having a baby, there's a maternity care program called Special Beginnings. If you take chronic prescription, there's mail order. So there's a lot of services and wellness programs called Well on Target. That is also all available through Blue Access for Members or your Blue Access mobile app. But that is where you will find everything that you need to navigate the Blue Cross Blue Shield plan. GoodRx is a very legitimate and very cool program. If you haven't seen those little cards at the pharmacy, you can go ahead and download the app. You would simply enter the medicine you need to take and the dosage, and it will let you know where's the nearest, cheapest place to get that prescription. It's very cool. Sometimes the worst part about it is you might have to transfer the prescription from where it's at to the cheaper pharmacy, but many times it is worth it. Also, GoodRx you can use on your pet's medications as well. That was a lot to cover on those medical topics. Now we're going to move on to all the other ancillary and other insurances that we have available at Lindahl. Lindahl Brothers has partnered with Guardian for all their ancillary insurance. So Guardian will be your dental provider. When you're looking up doctors, you want to make sure that you stay in the Dental Guard Preferred Network. You have a $1,500 annual kitty to use for all your dental services that will reset January 1. There's also a $50 deductible that starts over annually. Your preventative services will be covered at 100%. Basic services like fillings and simple extractions would be covered at 80%, and then major services like crowns and bridges would be covered at 50%. There is also an orthodontic benefit of $1,000 for the lifetime of the policy, and then that would come in at 50%. Guardian has a lot of dentists in network. Please make sure you find and use one. I recently helped someone that went to go see a pretty sophisticated dentist that was out of network. And that dentist was pretty expensive. And although it was preventative, she had about a $500 balance bill from that dentist. So you want to stay in network whenever possible. Remember that the network name for your Guardian dental plan is Dental Guard Preferred. Lindahl Brothers is very generous. They cover 100% of the dental cost, not just for the employees, but for all the dependents, regardless if you are employee spouse, employee child, or family. I listed the cost here. I just wanted you guys to know that they are very generous in paying 100% of that for you guys. Get into voluntary vision and some other voluntary benefits that you can pay for. So with the vision plan, there is a $10 copay for your the routine eye exam. Anything after that, your materials have a $25 copay. So regardless of the kind of lenses you get, you'll pay a $25 copay. You have a $120 frame allowance. Anything over that has a 20% discount, except if you go to wholesalers like Costco, and Sam's Club may not offer that additional discount. Excuse me. There is also a $120 allowance on contact lenses. You want to go to Guardian anytime and use the Davis network to find an in-network vision provider. To enroll in the vision plan, it is something that you, the employee, would pay for. The monthly costs are listed here. So if you're a single person, $571. Employee spouse, employee child, or children would be $981. And then if you are a spouse with children, that is considered family. The premium would be $15.51 for the month for the entire family. Lindahl Brothers pays 100% of your basic life policy. So you do get a free $15,000 policy from the company. Make sure you update your beneficiary information, not just now, but if you experience any kind of, breakup or divorce or get married during the year, or need to change that, you can do it anytime. You don't need to wait until open enrollment to change your beneficiary information. Just make sure that is always updated. If you were to pass away in an accident, this policy will pay out twice. So there's a possibility to get $30,000 out of this policy if you were to die in an accident. If you need additional life insurance and the $15,000 offered, you can buy voluntary life insurance through Guardian. Employees can buy a maximum of an additional $250,000. Spouses can get up to $100,000 or half of what the employee gets. And then children are eligible for either $5,000 or $10,000 in life insurance. If you're over 70, there is a benefit reduction schedule. Please look at your benefit summary to determine rates, or let Curtis or myself know if you need any help figuring out what that monthly cost would be. Short-term disability is also available at Lindahl Brothers. If you want, you can purchase a short-term disability that will pay 60% of your pay to a maximum of $1,500 per week for up to 9 weeks. This benefit would kick in after a 30-day waiting period. So benefits would begin on that 31st day. And this would be 100% paid for by the employee. Please see your benefit summary for rates. Also through Lindahl Brothers is available is voluntary long-term disability. Hopefully no one will ever need long-term disability insurance, but this is one of my favorite types of disability to talk about. So this coverage would begin after the short term would end. This would, with this policy, you can collect 60% of your pay to a maximum of $5,000 per month. Remember that short term pays weekly and long term pays monthly. This is coverage that you, the employee, would pay for. Excuse me. Please see your benefit summary for rates. Although you have an EAP program available through Blue Cross, you also have an EAP program available through Guardian. The phone number is listed here, 800-386-7055. You want to put that in your phone. That's there for you to call about any kind of stresses, from stress management to nutrition questions, legal or financial issues. They're there 24/7. Please reach out. You can call over the phone or initiate um, online, ibhworklife.com. And so you have two EAPs essentially available to you. And this is all separate from your insurance and free of charge to you. Guardian also offers will prep services. You can call them at this number or visit them online. But this service is there to help you arrange your will as desired. So what are the next steps? Open enrollment is now. If you are making any changes or enrolling for the first time, please complete an election form and return it to Kurt by Friday, June 13th. Your next opportunity to make changes without a qualifying event will be next year during next year's open enrollment period. Please note that this is a passive open enrollment, so you only need to fill out an election form if you're changing coverage, adding or dropping dependents. If you're making zero changes, no further action is needed. Got questions? We've got answers. Kurt, Andrea, myself, and Lily, your account manager, are all here to help you, not just now, but all year long if you have any questions. We want you to be happy, which I'm sure you will be, but with the coverage that you have and that is available. So please let us know if there's anything we can do to help you. We want everyone to um, be happy with their elections. And remember, we are here for you all year long. Don't sit on the phone with insurance companies fighting with the claim. We are all here to help you. Thank you for listening and enjoy the rest of your day.